So the war profiteer Cheney alleged, and the oil magnate Bush alleged are working for their own primary financial interest and that of their friends.
That's what I believe the evidence points to.
Okay.
Well, see, I want to go back to what you had to say about the, you know, what the Democrats would do and sort of the give back of powers.
Yeah.
Because all that struck me as being exactly the issue that and in the bailiwick of the issue that I was talking about it being a political question and not being any kind of principle or practical issue, because you know, there's always been a tension between the three branches of government as to what exactly is, you know, whose power and who gets to do what. You know, and how do you, I mean, you know, FDR at one point threatened to pack the court because the Supreme Court kept striking down all of his New Deal. And it was only after after he finally proposed to Congress that he had, I believe it was 6 more justices that he knew were going to vote his way, that suddenly the Supreme Court decided, well, maybe we don't have so much problem with this after all. And that's how we came out of part of the way we came out of the Depression. And that was the kind of jockeying for power within our national government that has gone on forever. And it seems to me that if now what you're saying is that one of the things that you're concerned about is whether or not any of the Democrats are going to give back some of the powers that Bush believes define the office of president, it seems to me you're getting right into that political mix that I said should be discussed and taken care of by the voters. That's the people who should define what the powers should be, where they should go, who's right and who's wrong, based on who gets elected.
Well, of course the voters should decide, and the voters will decide. I'm just saying that if Congress would face these issues and bring them to the public through the process of impeachment hearings, they would probably have the voters would probably make a much better choice.
We have 2 minutes to go.
Well, I just had a question.
Yeah.
Why do you think that the Congress is going to be better at bringing these issues to the voters than the candidates will be?
The candidates have not touched on the idea of the impeachable offenses of this administration. I don't recall any of them really focusing on the abuses of Cheney. I wish that they would certainly start focusing on the abuses of the current administration rather than on the shortcomings that they see in each other. But the impeachment hearings is the proper place where these abuses can be aired. And that, I think, is a very important and very instructive thing that the American people need to hear.
Do you think a lot of people have their head in the sand about this issue?
I think that people would pay a lot more attention if the media would admit that it exists.
Well, I'm right here. I'm admitting it.
I thank you very much for that. I really appreciate your doing this show.
Yep.
We've been doing our Honk to Impeach since last July and inviting the press to cover it, and hasn't happened yet.
Well, you're welcome, and I think we're down to about 30 seconds, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, folks, for watching. We're going to try to disseminate this tape beyond. I have no agenda. I don't take sides in this issue, but I did allow a couple people to talk about the practical issues behind this. And you have the information in your hands. You're the people, and best of luck to everybody for this year. Thank you for watching On the Line.
Thank you, Jeff.